Eben Alexander, a neuroscientist who had a massive near-death experience. And one of the things he said he experienced was the core, or what he called the dazzling darkness. That is exactly what I experienced years ago. The dazzling darkness from where the purest love emanated and where all was known. Yes, the place where all is known. And all comes out of that we call worlds and forms and experience. It's all that is and ever can be. Impossible. You can't be all that is and ever can be. Yes, you can, because that is all possibility waiting to manifest. And in all possibility, it is all possibility. All that is, has been, and ever can be. It's all potential waiting to be made manifest. It is everywhere and nowhere. Within all potential and all possibility, you have to be able to be everywhere and nowhere. And everything and nothing. You can't be everything and nothing. You have to be within all possibility. And then we get the nothing, the no thing. People are so caught in the five senses that they believe that if you can't see it, touch it, hear it, and taste it, then it can't exist. If there's no movement, it can't exist. When they're just one or two possibilities pulled out of all possibility. All possibility is stillness and it is silence. This is why you can read all the books you like and all whatever you want to do with your voice and whatever. But you go into a state of meditative silence and you get inspiration that you'll get in no way from words, because you're going into that all that is state. And this is Nikola Tesla, because he was aware of that which is beyond the so-called physical. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength and inspiration. I have not penetrated the secrets of this core, but I know it exists. He's talking about the same thing. So from this all possibility, these worlds are created by thought, by imagination. And they're all illusions in terms of physicality. So there are scientists over the years who have said that this reality as we experience it only exists when we observe it. I would take that a stage further and say we only see it in this form when we decode it. And the act of observation is the act of decoding. There was a guy called Michael Talbot. He wrote a brilliant book called The Holographic Universe about the scientific evidence for the holographic nature of what we call physical reality. And he told the story in that book of how he had a friend, his father rather, who had a party at his home, and he got a stage hypnotist along to do party tricks. And he got this guy called Tom, and he took him through the various things. And then towards the end, he said, Tom, when I bring you back to a waking state, you're not going to be able to see your daughter in the room. So at that point, he brings the daughter and stands her right in front of Tom. And Tom, the father's looking in her belly. So he brings him back to a waking state, apparently, and he said, Tom, can you see your daughter? Tom's looking around, can't see him. Everyone else in the room could see the daughter. He can't see the daughter. So the hypnotist went round her back, and the small of her back, he held something. He said, Tom, can you see what I'm holding? He said, well, you're holding a watch. Daughter's between him and the watch. He said, there's something on the watch, Tom, can you read it? He leaned forward, he read an inscription on the watch. Now, Dogma Dawkins and everyone else in the mainstream would say that's impossible, perfectly bloody logical. Because the base form of the daughter, like the base form of all of us, is a waveform information field. And if you don't decode that into the holographic reality, your holographic five senses can't see it because it's not in its reality. And so what had happened is the hypnotist had put, if you like firewalls in the decoding system, and the decoding system would not decode the energy field of the daughter. Everything else in the room, yeah, not the daughter. Everyone else could see her because they'd not been through that process. So the only way that he could see his daughter is when that firewall was unlocked and suddenly he's decoding her. Oh, there she is. Now imagine you know all this in great detail and you want to manipulate the global population. What power that gives you. Who creates the universe that we see? We do. And thus, if we change our perceptions, we can change what we decode into a reality, and we can change society. We're not even going to do it by mass protests. We're going to be doing it by creating a different reality, by coming from a different perception of what reality is. All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream. And because everything is one, the dream is the dreamer, and the dreamer is the dream.